travelers and tourists. My name is Mark and I'm the local disaster tour guide. And this video is just a quick post where I want to wish each and every viewer for this channel a very Merry Christmas. There is no nerdy content in this video, there's no channel updates. I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Holidays. I want to thank you for being here and for being a part of this community. And if that is all that you need from this video, you can go ahead and click away. And if you want to stick around and see me get sentimental for a moment, you're welcome to do that as well. So there is a quote from G.K. Chesterton that I am probably about to butcher, but I'll give it my best shot. He once said something to the effect, "Fairy tales are more than true, not because they teach us that dragons are real, but because they teach us that dragons can be beaten." Stories are powerful, and through the course of my entire life, I have always loved stories. I think it's a big part of why this particular hobby appeals to me so much, and if you're a fan of this channel, you know that I focus in on stories and storytelling quite a bit with the content here, because stories are just something that are incredibly special to me. This video will be going up on Christmas, so today is Christmas, and over the last month I've been doing a lot of stuff to get ready for Christmas. You know, buying presents and decorating, and, well, to be honest, Mrs. Disaster Tour Guide is doing most of the decorating. But in the middle of preparing meals and wrapping presents and all of those things, I've also been doing the stuff that celebrates the story of Christmas. My family has been lighting Advent candles and reading through the Nativity story in the Gospel of Luke. And if you are a fan of this channel, you've probably picked up that I am definitely a religious man. And while I realize that referencing religion on the internet is always a risky move, the reality is one of the things I truly appreciate about the RPG community is the fact that it has allowed me to sit across the table from people of so many different backgrounds. I have played RPGs with people from different states and from many different countries. I have had the opportunity to play RPGs with almost every religion imaginable. The checklist to finish that out is surprisingly short, actually. I have gamed with people from every imaginable socioeconomic background, from so many different careers. Gaming is such a fascinating hobby because it brings people from so many different places together into this world of shared storytelling. And I think it is that sense of sharing stories with one another that makes this hobby and this community so wonderful. You know, one of the things I appreciate about the Nativity, about the first Christmas story, is that it's a story that's filled with trouble. You have, like, political oppression and this mad king, and you have a family that's fleeing as refugees to another country to try to find safety for their child. You've got all of these difficult things going on, and yet when we celebrate Christmas, we don't see the problems, we see the hope. And I think that's why the Christmas story is so powerful and why so many people love it. Even those who aren't necessarily deeply religious often find a lot of hope from the story because, well, I think the Christmas story does one of the most powerful things I think any story can do, and that is it can remind us that there is good in this world. 2020 was a really hard year. And for a lot of people, 2021 was just as bad. For me, 2021 was actually a little bit worse. You all have heard me share about the medical issues I've gone through. There have been a lot of problems going on around us, but in the middle of those problems, there's also good things happening. There's also just wonderful, cherished moments that remind us that the problems may be here for a minute, but the light always comes. Those dragons may be dangerous, but there is good in this world that can help us overcome those dragons. This channel has been a source of hope for me. Through all of the medical stuff that I've been battling this year, I've had this incredible community filled with strangers from all around the world who are encouraging me and complimenting me and supporting me. I never imagined that I would be getting paid to do something like this, and yet here I am. It is incredible to me. And in the midst of all of the problems that have been happening, this community and this channel has been a source of hope for me. And so I just want to say to everyone who is a part of this community, thank you so much for being here, being a part of the conversation, being part of the stories that are taking place. It truly means the world to me. So whether Christmas is your holiday or not, my hope for you is that today is a reminder that there is still some good in this world, that today is a reminder that the problems, the dragons, can be beaten, and I hope for next year that we get to continue sharing these stories, that we get to continue learning and growing and just having fun with this incredible hobby. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if it's another holiday that is important to you, happy holidays for those as well. I am so excited to see where this channel goes and how it grows. And I just want to thank you again for being here and being part of the conversation. Have a wonderful day and Merry Christmas.